What's up, everybody? This is Cristina with FEvolve Fitness, and I am here for a very short, all on your mat yoga for beginners practice. This is going to be something just to get the blood flowing, get the body to wake up. You could do it first thing in the morning, you could do it before you go to bed at night, and just to feel good. That's our main goal here, is to feel good. Everything that we're going to do today is going to be on our yoga mat. So grab a mat. I am sitting on top of a yoga block right now. I want you to come to your comfortable seat. So I'd like you to sit on something that raises the hips above the ankles. You can sit on a pillow, you can sit on the block. You can bring your feet out in front of you and sit up here if this is comfortable for you, or you can cross your legs like I am here. So we're going to find our comfortable seat. We're going to bring our hands to our knees, and then we're going to close our eyes. We're going to begin to come into our breath. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling out through the mouth. Inhaling nice and deeply through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. One more deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Bring your right hand to your low belly and your left hand to your heart. We're going to take 3 more breaths here. Inhaling, filling up the belly, filling up the ribs, and filling up the chest. And exhale, pull the navel into the spine. Slowly let the air out. 2 more. Inhale, filling up the belly, filling up the ribs, and then the chest. And exhale, releasing the air from the body. Last one. Inhaling, filling up the belly, filling up the ribs, let the chest rise. And exhale as you push the air out of your body, pulling the belly button in. As you're ready, you can release your hands back down to your knees and slowly open your eyes. On our next inhale, we're going to bring our hands up above the head, maybe looking up. And exhale, let the hands float down beside you. Inhale, lifting the arms up above the head. This time we're going to bend our elbows, grabbing opposite elbows above the head. And we're just going to rock from side to side. So we're going to go over to the right, back up through center, and over to the left. As you're here, make sure you're pulling the navel in towards the spine. And feeling a stretch on the side body, rocking over to the left, feeling a stretch on the side on your right. Come back up to center, rocking over to the right, stretching out that side body on the left. Inhale yourself back up to center. We're going to bring our hands back down to our knees, grabbing the knees nice and firmly with your thumbs and your pinky. We're going to inhale as we lift our chest, look up. And then exhale, rounding your back for a seated cat-cow, pulling the navel in. Inhale, opening the chest, looking up. And exhale, round the back, pull the navel in towards the spine. Spread that upper back. Inhale, open the chest, last one. Exhale and round. Good. On your next inhale, come back up to center. We're going to begin to remove the block away from underneath you. You can place that block over to the side, and then we're going to come into a tabletop position. So the knees are right underneath the hips, the hands are right underneath the shoulders. And here we're going to begin to rock from side to side, rocking the hips over to the left, rocking the hips over to the right. Getting a little bit of movement here in your tabletop. And then we're going to create some circles in our tabletop. So we're going to rock back and forward, over to the right side, over to the left side. Keeping going in this nice big circle, getting the hips moving, keeping the navel pulled in towards the spine, and then you can switch directions, rocking over to the right, to the front, to the left, to the back. Good, nice big circles. Every time you come to the front of your mat, really get into those wrists. If you're like me and you work from home, you might be on your computer a lot. So get a little nice stretch in those wrists, get the hips nice far and back. Good, then we can come to stillness. And we'll transition into a regular cat-cow. So inhale, arch the back, looking up. Exhale as you round the back, pull the navel in. Inhale, arch the back and look up. Exhale, rounding the back, pushing through the hands down into the mat, pull the navel in. Inhale, arch the back and look up. Last time, exhale, round the back, pull the navel in towards the spine. Inhale yourself back up to a tabletop position, and now we're going to step our left leg between our hands. So with your toes, inch your left leg forward, and we're going to sink into our front hip. You might need to inch that back knee back, and here you can raise the floor up by grabbing a set of blocks. So now I'm able to lift my chest, pull my shoulders back, raise the floor with these blocks. You can even bring them to a higher setting. And sink into your right hip flexor. Take a nice inhale and a nice long exhale. Big inhale and exhale. One more nice deep inhale and exhale. Now, if it's available to you, bring both of your hands to your front knee and sink into that hip. Good. Bringing the hands back down to your blocks. We're going to step that left leg back and bring that right leg forward. Same thing on the other side. Sink those hips forward. Hands are on top of blocks or they're still on the floor. Sitting here, we're going to take 3 deep breaths. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale nice and deep. And exhale. Same thing if it's available to you. Bring those hands to your front knee. Take 1 breath here. Feeling it in this left side, getting a nice long stretch. Good. Bring those hands down to your blocks. Step your right foot back. We're going to release the blocks over to the side of our mat. And we're going to sit back into a child's pose. So big toes come to touch. Knees come as wide as the mat. Sit the hips back onto your heels. And slowly walk your hands out in front of you. Your forehead can begin to come down to the mat. Inhaling, filling up the low back. Exhale. Inhale, filling it up. And exhale. One more. Inhale deeply. And exhale. On your next inhale, we're going to rock all the way forward, coming through tabletop, bringing our hips down to the mat, feet come wide, and we look up. We're in an up dog position. Thighs can be on the floor. In a traditional up dog, your thighs are lifted off of the floor, but we're going to sit here. Now we're going to tuck our chin, rolling all the way back into that child's pose. Scoop the low belly in, bring your big toes to touch. Sit back into your child's pose position. On your next inhale, tuck your chin, begin to roll all the way forward. Thighs are going to come back down to the mat, legs separate, look up, push through the mat, push your hands into the mat. And then begin to tuck your chin, rolling all the way back, scooping that low belly in, big toes to touch. Child's pose. One more, inhale, tuck your chin, round your back, pass through tabletop, thighs come to the floor, look up, push through the hands. Try to get those shoulders away from your ears. No shrugging, no dumping into your shoulders, push through the mat. And then last time, exhale, come all the way back into your child's pose. This time we're going to drop our forearms to the floor. We're going to bring our hips up. So now you can bring the knees a little bit closer together. We're going to walk our hands and our forearms to the front of our mat. Hips are high into the air. Take a nice inhale here. And as we exhale, we're going to bring those hips down to the mat into this low cobra position. Good. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Really grip the mat. Feel the mat underneath your hands, underneath your forearms. Be aware of your body touching the mat. Your belly is resting on the mat here. Try to bring the shoulders away from the ears. Again, no dumping into the shoulders. Push through the mat. Look up. Nice big inhale. And exhale. We're going to make our way over to our right side. So you can bring the right forearm flat down onto the mat, alongside that front of the mat, or parallel to the front of the mat. We're going to roll over to the right. Good. Our feet can be flexed. And then you could just use your hand as a pillow. So here I have my hand underneath my head, just propping up my head. My left arm is at top. We're going to take that left leg and we're going to bend our top knee. And grabbing the ankle with that top hand, that left hand, we're going to get a nice quad stretch here. My right foot is flexed to help me balance. My belly button is being pulled into my spine to also help me balance. And my chest is open. I'm pulling my left shoulder blade back down my back. And I'm taking an inhale through the nose and a nice long exhale. Big inhale and exhale. Good. Rolling back over to the belly. You can go over to your other side. I'm using my left hand as a pillow for my head. I have my left bottom foot flexed. My right knee is going to bend, and I'm going to grab my right ankle with my right hand. So I'm pulling the navel in towards my spine to help me balance. I'm flexing my left foot to help me balance. I'm breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. One more deep inhale and exhale. Good. As you are ready, you can release that top right leg. Rolling back over to your belly, and then we're going to roll over to our back. We're going to roll over to our back, bend our knees, and we're going to do just a couple, maybe 3 bridges here so we can get those glutes fired up. Hands can be down onto the mat. On your next inhale, we're going to inhale and lift our hips up off of the mat, squeezing the glutes. You can shimmy your shoulders underneath you, maybe clasping your hands behind your back. Take a nice inhale and exhale. One more inhale and exhale as you lower the hips back down to the mat, 1 vertebrae at a time. 2 more here. Inhale, lift the hips nice and high. higher than that first one. You can bring your hands to your hips. Maybe give yourself a little bit of support. And exhale as you roll back down. Now this last bridge, we're going to grab a block nearby. It's going to be a restorative bridge, which is very nice. So we're going to lift our hips and place the block underneath our sacrum. So inhale, lifting the hips nice and high. Placing the block underneath our sacrum. Now you could do the lowest setting, you could do the medium setting, or the highest setting. I'm going to do the medium setting here. Placing my hips on top of the block. Closing my eyes. Bringing my hands to the belly. I'm going to bring my hands to the belly. So we could do three-part breaths, but I want to feel my body fill up. So inhale, filling up the belly, filling up the ribs, filling up the chest, and exhale. 2 more. Inhale, filling up the belly, the ribs, and then the chest, and exhale. Last one, filling all the way up, and exhale. Very nice. On your next inhale, lift the hips up, release that block, let the hips fall to the mat. And then we're just going to grab our knees into the chest. Maybe give yourself a rock from side to side. And then you can allow your feet to come down to the mat. Extend your right leg and then your left. Bringing your hands to the mat, placing the palms up or down. I'm going to place mine up. And just feel the body relax into your mat. Feel all of that energy flow out of you. Preparing yourself for the day ahead. And thanking yourself for showing up to your mat. And this practice together. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this short practice on your mat, and I hope your body feels good. Namaste.
Always think about you till First Avenue.